Hey, this is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, and my channel is dedicated to reviewing as seen on TV items, other consumer products, and household gadgets. If that's something that's interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos just like this one. Now, let's get to it. All right, so today we're going to be looking at the Bell and Howell Taclight Lantern. What's that, you say? You see a double lantern? Well, you know what? This is the original version, and this is the updated version. And the only thing I can see different with the updated version is that this one has a magnetic base and a hook on the bottom, I guess, for more versatility of use. Now, each lantern takes 3 AA batteries, not included. They both say they work up to 100,000 hours, which by my calculation is about 4.5 years. That's pretty impressive for this bulb or series of LED bulbs. They both say they can work underwater. They both say they can work even after or while being frozen. So we're going to check that out. But first, I'm going to get to an unboxing, and then I'm going to put in the batteries and we'll put them to the test. So let's keep going with this review. All right, so as I took a close look at the box, they're very, very similar. And so I'll only just show one unboxing. So I open up the bottom. Inside here I have directions, Taclight directions. And then I have the actual Taclight encased in plastic. So here's what the Taclight looks like. It's pretty cool. It's a gray color. It has these handles here that go up and down the side. And what I've heard is how you turn it on and off is simply by shutting or opening the unit. Pretty cool. So if we take this, you can see this one has the magnets on the bottom and the hook if you want to hang it of some sort. So I think you just take this, unscrew it, and here's where your 3 AA batteries go. It's the same process for the other lanterns, so I'll get these set up and get the batteries in, and then we'll get to our first test, which is going to be the water test, followed by the frozen test. I will say, under closer inspection, they are not identical units. This is the updated version, and as you can see, it's smooth across the top, and there's the magnets on the bottom. Well, this is the original version, which is sort of ribbed here at the top, and it's also a little shorter than the new version, and of course, there's new magnets. So I guess there was a redesign. Now when they're opened, they look kind of similar, so I'll just open them up real quick. And so I'm interested to see if the working components are the same, but this is what they look like open. And so now we're gonna put batteries in and then sink them in some water to see how they work. All right, so here they are. All you do is pull them up and they turn on immediately. So I have the original Taclight and I have the newer Taclight with the magnetic base. Now it's really quite a simple design. If you want to turn it on, you just pull it up. And the shorter it is, the more dim it is. So now it gets brighter as I go up. Now the light brightness is the exact same. You just don't see it all when it's down here. I just wanted to show you how they function as the lanterns themselves. Okay, so here I have the Taclight lanterns submerged in water. And what I noticed, originally they started to float, but after a while they actually filled up the lanterns themselves with water, and that's what kept them down. So I'm going to leave them in there, and I'm actually going to put this bucket of water in the freezer, and tomorrow we'll check on them to see how they're working while lit, frozen in ice. Okay, so here they are in the freezer alongside with my Eggo pancakes. Let's see how they look tomorrow. All right, here they are 12 hours later, encased in ice. I think it's pretty much frozen. I noticed when I just hit it there, it cracked, so it might not be completely, so we'll let it sit for a little while longer. To me, the lights look like they're a little bit dimmer, maybe not as happy as they were when they weren't in ice, but we'll break this out in a little bit and then see what they look like and then melt down the ice and put them through some more tests. All right, as promised, Taclight Lantern Newer Edition, Taclight Lantern Original Edition, encased in a solid block of ice. It's pretty sweet, actually. But it's still working. Pretty impressed. Okay, so the lanterns have thawed out. I notice there's still water in here. In fact, this one still has ice. So I'll be interested to see if that affects the long-term life of this. But that's the lantern after it's been thawed out of that big block of ice. It still has ice, you can see on the inside there. And there's definitely water in there still. All right, so here I have the newer version of the Taclight. And here's one feature I haven't shown yet, and that's the magnetic part. And it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it holds on pretty strong, and you can open it up, and there, actually, I opened my dishwasher. So it's actually pretty sweet. It's a nice feature. They show that you can hook this onto your car. You can hang this on a line. Now, oops, the magnet just came out. That's funny. Put it back in there. So that's a neat feature for this upgrade. I just wanted to show it to you here. But there it is. I wanted to show you, even after 2 days of drying out, I still have condensation there. I know it's tough to see, but you can still see that there's liquid inside here. And I even took it apart and dried it out. So this had water get into the components. Not a practical use underwater. But there, I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so I'm ready for my final review of the Bell and Howell Taclight lantern. Overall, it's a decent product. Now, I wanted to have this review done yesterday, but I couldn't. You remember from the video how I submerged this in water and then froze that water? It took 2 days for the condensation to come out of this after I thawed it. And the only reason I'm even able to do this now is because I took the entire thing apart. I unscrewed the top. There's a screw in here that I took apart so I can access the globe. Took all that apart, wiped down all the components because there was water everywhere. I'm not certain why they say this can work underwater when there is no waterproofing whatsoever. If you unscrew the back, you'd at least expect to see a rubber ring or something, but nothing. Everything in here was wet. I had to take the batteries out. Even looked like a little rust started to form on the parts where the battery goes in, and that's only after a day of being submerged in the water. Like I said, most people aren't going to do that, but when companies make the claim that this stuff works underwater and such, they need to back it up a little bit. Sure, it worked, but then it wasn't really practical. Had I not cleaned this out, this would still have water in it. It would probably be rusty on the inside and eventually just wouldn't work anymore. If you're going to use this for camping or for working outside in your car or even just relaxing outside at night, if this is going to be your light source, great. It's perfect. It'll work great for power outages, just not for some of the things that they said. I will say I was walking, this is the original one. I was walking around with this and outside, and if you can see right here, right where that clip is, I dropped it and the thing snapped right off. So it's not very tough. It wasn't very high, maybe 3-4 feet off the ground. It did hit the asphalt parking lot, but it did snap off, so that's something to note. I think right now Walmart has these marked down to $7, at least the Walmart close to me. So that's something you might want to check out. Anyway, that's my review for the Bell and Howell Taclight lantern. Good product, just for reasonable uses. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. And if you like this video, please click the like button. Also, comment below. Do you have a similar experience with the Taclight lantern, or maybe your experience was completely different? I'd love to hear from you. Also, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you know when I release more review videos just like this one. As always, have a great day, and thanks for stopping by.